So, a new rom-com has come out and it is called You, Me and Tuscany. And the Hollywood Reporter has written this article. If you want to look at it further, you can look it up yourself. The title is right at the top. Anyway, so the article talks about, that ultimately black creatives are worried that they won't get work if this movie is not successful, because in the article, it talks about that Hollywood, in general, Hollywood is very much risk averse. How do we know this? Look at the genre that has dominated Hollywood for the last 20 years, or almost 20 years, has been like the superhero genre, because that makes lots of money. Studios are like, we're risk averse, so yes, superhero movies. Every studio, superhero movies. So yes, Hollywood is risk averse, and the article talks about how once upon a time there were like lots of sort of like rom-coms about, and it talks about in the article that the last sort of like major one was like Think Like a Man with Kevin Hart, and of course that was based off a book written by Steve Harvey. But I would argue that the last sort of like big black rom-com was Girls Trip, which was fabulous. That was fantastic. That was absolutely hilarious. And I don't know, for me, the glaring thing to do is that if you're not going to be valued and if you're not going to be appreciated in the Hollywood system, then you need to go away and make your own projects yourself. Then the producer of the movie, Will Packer, he says, oh, well, actually, I tried that. And it's like, oh, it's not good enough to say, oh, just go away and make your own thing yourself. But then he doesn't go on to say what the thing is. Because it's like we're in a paradox here. It's like Hollywood doesn't appreciate you, but yet you're going to Hollywood and you're like begging to have your story being told, when there's so much power in telling your own story and putting it out your own way. It's the fact that Will Packer, who's a big producer in Hollywood, the fact that he's not sort of like teaming up or linking up with Tyler Perry is perplexing to me, because the fact that we know by now that Tyler Perry has the biggest studio in America. His studio where he makes his movies and TV shows is bigger than lots on Disney, etc. Than the Disney lots that are located in California. And we know that these studios, they come to Tyler Perry and pay him rent to use his studios to make movies. So the fact that Will Packer didn't do some sort of deal with Tyler Perry is absolutely perplexing. And of course, here on the tunjitalks YouTube channel, I've done a video on Tyler Perry called Game Changers, in which Tyler Perry sort of like talks about his process, and he said, and I quote, he said he has his fan base and he super serves them. And so I don't understand why someone like Will Packer, who's been in the entertainment industry, who's been in Hollywood, is not sort of like thinking outside the box. Tyler Perry, he doesn't care if Hollywood recognizes him or not. He knows that he's able to tell stories that resonate with people, and that is the most important thing. And a lot of the creatives on this movie, it seems like they care too much about what Hollywood thinks of them. This is another thing that Tyler Perry mentioned in that video. He talked about Hollywood have their own table, and he said, you know what, I don't care about your table. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna use my hands. I'm gonna make my own table to do my own thing, and I don't care what you're doing over there. I'm gonna do what I'm doing over here, and people are gonna come to me. Why? Because I can tell stories that have universal issues that resonate with people. And I think when we're talking about Hollywood, yes, there's the glitz and the glamour, but ultimately, what makes Hollywood resonate? It's stories. It's storytelling. That is the root. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Am I right? Am I wrong? I want to know. Leave it down in the comments, Tunji Talkers. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Take care. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.